And Mr. Griezzmann there on the right having a quick chat. Griezzmann, of course, he spent more of his time, I would imagine, actually now in Spain than he has in his native France. Because, of course, from a very young age, he was living in in San Sebastian, home of Real Sociedad. In fact, he struggled to get any clubs interested in him in France. He was quite small and weak, and a lot of people weren't convinced. And in fact, it was Real Sociedad in the end took an interest in him. Something interesting I didn't know, found out this morning, is although he was in San Sebastian, which, as you may know, is very close to the French border, he actually attended school in Bayonne, which is just over the border in France. So he did continue getting a French education. Also, his parents were actually very reticent about the thing at first. They didn't want him to move to Spain, but ultimately Real Sociedad was the place for him, and he ended up being a huge success, of course, then going on to Atletico Madrid and now to FC Barcelona. So, of course, Antoine, I mean, he's French, but he speaks Spanish like a star. And I'm not sure if he also speaks Portuguese. I know that his mother's of Portuguese descent. In fact, he could actually have ended up playing for Portugal. There was a time with one of the youth teams, and they broke a curfew one night, him and some other players, and they got suspended in the under-19 team for arriving back late at the hotel. And he was so annoyed, he actually threatened to, and I believe even seriously deliberated the possibility of actually changing allegiance and playing for Portugal. Of course, he didn't play for France, and well, he's been an extraordinary player for France. He made his debut just 5 years ago in a friendly against Holland. Of course, he was at the World Cup in 2014. France went out in the quarterfinals to Germany, and then at Euro 2016 in his home country, he was top scorer with 6 goals. He was MVP, or player of the tournament. Of course, France got to the final of that, lost to Portugal, and he was in the French team in 2018, where amongst many achievements, he scored the first World Cup penalty to be awarded through VAR. That was against Australia, which I'm sure any Aussies listening in are probably not too happy to be reminded about. He scored it was he who supplied the goal in the semi-final, which led to his now teammate at FC Barcelona scoring, Samuel Titi, that beat Belgium, put him into the final. He was the MVP of the final. He was involved in 3 of the goals as France defeated Croatia to win the World Cup for the second time. So we're talking about a player who's got huge pedigree, not just particularly at Atletico Madrid at club level, but also at international level. Fantastic signing, needs no introduction. Superstar signing for FC Barcelona. Happy day, and that's the reason why there's such an extraordinary number of people from the media here for this occasion. And we'll be listening to a lot of these guys later on, because these are the same guys that are going to be posing the questions in the press conference, which will be translating for you as it happens. The man in the middle of the picture there, that of course another Frenchman, big day for the French all round, that's Eric Abidal, technical secretary of the club. He's the guy he's the main man around buying and selling the transfers for the team, and he's going to be speaking, as he always does, before the press conference as well, so we'll get a chance to hear from him. Pues sí, aquí tenemos imágenes en directo dentro del Camp Nou. Estaba explicando que hoy va a ser como el día de Neto. Si algunos de ustedes estaban siguiendo el día de Neto, y no como el día de De Jong. Cuando presentamos a De Jong, pues había 20.000 personas aquí en el estadio, un ambiente festivo pues increíble, un día de sol también, hacía un calor aquel día. Pero es diferente, y el motivo de esto es el césped, que están poniendo nuevo césped como hacen cada verano en el Camp Nou. y por eso nadie puede pisar la zona, ni siquiera para presentar las imágenes en directo. Y estas son imágenes ya en directo de Antoine Griezzmann vestido de blaugrana, con una pelota blaugrana también, aquí en el Camp Nou. Live images now from inside the Camp Nou. That's Antoine Griezzmann wearing the blaugrana jersey, wearing the shorts, wearing the socks, and with a blaugrana ball as well. This is live. This is Antoine Griezzmann, French superstar, FC Barcelona superstar, World Cup winner, and who knows what he's going to win wearing this shirt. Let's hope an awful lot of trophies. Cool juggling skills. He's essentially left-footed, but he's ambidextrous really. As you can see, he's juggling quite happily with both balls there. Carried that trick off without a problem. Smiles all over for Antoine Griezzmann. A lot of the time when they do these presentations, it's some time, then they go away, and it's some time until they then get to actually train with the players. In his case, well, no. Tomorrow, 9:30, Ernesto Valverde has got the boys at the Ciudad Esportiva down for the first training session of the day. There's two training sessions tomorrow, one in the morning and one in the early evening. So he got a chance to meet his players today when they were doing the medicals together. And tomorrow he'll be straight down to it, he'll start training. They've got a week of training and then it's off to Japan. Hello to everybody out there in Japan who's listening in, because we're coming your way. We're heading to Japan, of course, for games against Chelsea and against Vissel Kobe. There you can see the number 17 on his back, el número 17 en el dorsal de Antoine Griezzmann, que estaba diciendo que normalmente pues los pobres jugadores se fichan, hacen su presentación y luego tienen que esperar para entrenar. Pues en este caso, pues para Griezzmann no. De hecho, esta mañana cuando hizo sus pruebas médicas coincidió con el resto de la plantilla, que precisamente hoy mismo han vuelto al trabajo. Todos, aparte de los que estaban jugando en la Copa América, ellos sí que tienen un poco más tiempo de descanso. Entonces, aparte de los sudamericanos, pues todo el mundo ya hoy han regresado. Estaban haciendo sus revisiones médicas esta mañana y mañana mismo a las 9:30 hora de aquí, pues ya Ernesto Valverde los tiene citados para entrenar no solo por la mañana sino también por la tarde. Dos sesiones, que hay mucho trabajo esta semana, que nos vamos a Japón. El fin de semana que viene nos vamos a Japón, partidos como todos ustedes saben, contra el Chelsea y contra el Vissel Kobe. Esto también es una parte ya habitual de estos días de presentación, que salen jugadores de la cantera, de la academia, de la Masía, un grupo de jugadores y jugadoras que hacen un pequeño rondo aquí con el nuevo fichaje. This now a traditional part of Barça presentations, which is when we're joined by kids, boys and girls.